Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use a webhook to send data to clay.com from anywhere in the world. So what we'll cover today is the step-by-step process to send data from any form directly into Clay using the webhook column. So before we get into the actual workflow, let's talk about the benefits and why you should actually care. First, we're removing manual data entry for your lead generation efforts. So if you're doing cold email, you're running ads, you have a webinar funnel, or you're generating inbound traffic from content or other sources, this setup is going to allow your go-to-market team across your sales and your marketing to instantly access your warm leads that are already pre-qualified, and that's without any manual data entry. Next one here, speed to lead. Responding within 5 minutes can increase conversion rates by 21 times. So webhooks are instantaneous. This is going to ensure real-time lead capture and enrichment, so you can then engage those leads instantly. So if you can get back to those leads as soon as they're interested, you're gonna have a much higher chance of converting them. Next, it's gonna be better nurture, right? So these workflows, leveraging AI, allow for super segmented targeting, right? So this is gonna allow for more relevant nurture sequences through your content, through your outreach, and through your ongoing follow-ups. If you can send more relevant messaging, that's going to resonate more with your target audience, and they're going to be more likely to convert, right? The big overarching thing here, why do you want to do any of this? It's more closed won revenue, right? So if your data is accurate, it's actionable, and it's quick, you're going to have more efficient workflows, higher conversions, more sales that actually close. So if you're wondering, why am I qualified to talk about something like this? My name is Isaac Wood. I'm the founder of levergrowth.io. We're a B2B demand generation agency. We're working with sales teams, go-to-market teams, marketing teams that are looking to scale their outbound playbooks. And so what we've been doing is leveraging this exact workflow to help add 10 plus qualified leads to our clients' pipelines every single month. So let's talk about the tooling. We're going to need a form software. So this can really be anything. I'm going to use the N8N form, which is a software automation tool that I'll share with you in just a second. You can use something as simple as Typeform. There are forms inside of ConvertKit, ClickFunnels, Go High Level, whatever you want to use, you can ultimately do it. But in this workflow, we're going to be doing N8N. We'll need something to do our data orchestration. In this case, it's going to be Clay in our data enrichment, and we'll use the OpenAI API key, ChatGPT, to then do our research. And then you'll need an automation workflow. In this case, we're going to use N8N, as I had mentioned, but it's an alternative to tools like make.com or Zapier. So here are the steps. I'm going to walk through them really quickly, and then we're actually going to do a live demo of it, just to show you what it looks like inside the platform and how it actually works. This is what the image actually looks like. It's a basic form submission, an HTTP request post into Clay, and then you do your data manipulation inside of Clay. Pretty simple. First, we'll have the trigger, which is an N8N form. Then we'll capture that form data. We'll send the data, in this case, it's an email, into clay.com via a webhook, and then we'll enrich the data inside of Clay. So now let's go into N8N. And so I've already built this out as like a little demo for you guys, but this is pretty simple. If you want to actually open up a new node, you can find anything here by searching. The benefit of using N8N is it's a great workflow tool. It's a no-code tool. They're coming up. They're especially popular when it comes to building AI agents. Something I'm leveraging and super interested in. So I'm getting more familiar with this platform. But again, right, if you're using Make, Zapier, you can do something very similar. So in this case, we're going to just select a form submission. But like I said, if you want to use Typeform, you can have a Typeform trigger here as well. So in this case, the form submission, pretty simple. You have this test URL. You can include your form description. So put your email here and then include your fields. So in this case, we're just looking for email, and then we want to include the email, but you can also add things like first name, last name, company name, whatever you want, right? And so this is an example of one that I had filled out, and I'm going to run this test in a bit just to show you that it works, right? The next step here, once that form gets submitted, there's an HTTP request. In this case, it's a post. There's all these other options here, but you want to select post, take this URL. This is from Clay. So now I'm going to go into Clay. This is the table I've already created. But the way that you can do that is you go to Clay, create a new table. In this case, you can just do monitor webhook, and right, you'll get this URL here. You'll take this, you'll copy that URL, and you'll post it excuse me, you'll paste it under the post here. You'll want to include some headers here. So in this case, you'll want to have content-type and then application/JSON as your value. And below that, we'll have a body. And so in our body parameters, in this case, right, because it's email, we'll have that be the name, and then the value you can actually pull directly from the inputs. And this is from N8N. So you can just pull this here and that'll actually give you the result, right? So what's your email? And then this is my email address, bang. You hit test step, it'll run, and then it should pull through, right? So I've already done this a couple times. Like I said, it pulled my name through, which is all well and good, but I'm gonna do it live because you want to see that it actually works. So let's grab the URL from production. So this is what the form looks like, right? You have email form, put your email here. What is your email? Let's do my email address. So you see it just came through. So it's 11:39 right now, showing 11:39, great. So we've mapped this email column. So let's add this now as a column, which is cool. So now we're seeing all the different submissions that we've had previously. So again, right, like if you have this form, anytime that this gets submitted, it'll automatically get pushed inside of Clay. So the benefit of this again is you're now able to do automatic data enrichment. So we could have 50 leads come through and we can analyze them all instantaneously at the same time. So I'm going to show you how to do that, just like a basic workflow here. So let's hit add enrichment. Inside of add enrichment, we will do a Clayagent. So this is their web researcher. You want to click the model. You can select whichever one you prefer. I like to do 4.0 mini just because it's cheap and effective. I've already set up my API key. If you want to do that, I would recommend, I have another video that will show you how to do that. I can post that for you guys, but let's make a prompt. Super simple. I find you can really create a complex prompt if you'd like, but in this case, I want to just do some basic research. So I want to know, all right, like the first thing, is this going to be a good fit company? We can do it using Clay credits. You can also just do it using the OpenAI API and it'll be substantially cheaper depending on your needs, right? So in this case, let's just see, is this company B2B? So we'll say, go to the domain in email and tell me if this company is B2B or B2C. Only reply B2B or B2C. And you can choose a max cost, 1 cent, and you can change your run settings. But let's just keep it simple. We'll run all 3 of the rows. All right, so it's loading. It is finding out that it is B2B. So it pulled from my website, determined that we are B2B. So this is good, right? You can then go forward and do a whole number of other things. In this case, right, like now that it's B2B, let's just see, sometimes people just add a fake email address. Let's validate the email. So I actually have a template saved down. This is for Million Verifier. It's a great tool that I use to verify all my emails. We'll save it, we'll run the 3 rows. It should come back valid because that is a good email address. It's saying it's a catch-all. Interesting. You would want to then put a catch-all into another tool called like Scrubby. They validate the catch-alls. But anyway, you know, you would not want to reach out if they're invalid, but because it's catch-all, you know, it's riskier. You don't necessarily want to do it though. So there's quite a few other angles you can go from here. You know, you can just start doing basic research. So you can say, let's see like what they sell. So go to the domain in email, tell me who this company sells to. All right, let's try it. All right, so businesses and organizations. All right, so we got B2B SaaS. That's definitely one of my ICPs. Businesses seeking growth solutions. So all relevant. As you can see, right, like it's a very basic prompt. The responses aren't super consistent. You can get more consistent responses by giving a more detailed prompt and by giving it some examples, formatting it as a JSON. A lot of different ways that you could get a better result, but I'm just doing this as like a quick workflow to show you just like what you can do. Then the next step here would be, all right, like I'm using Smart Lead to send my emails. So you can say, you can add this to a campaign, map it up. If it's valid, only run if business type response contains B2B, right? All right, these would run. If it does not contain B2B, then they won't run, right? So you hit save and push those leads directly into the campaign, and you have your outreach done instantaneously. So as you can see, there are a million ways in which you can use these webhooks. Once you simply unlock them, the world becomes your oyster. Like I said, if you're doing paid ads, you're doing a lot of outreach, you're getting a lot of inbound from content, this is going to be a gold mine for you. Ongoing, you can re-enrich your CRM. When people start to reply back, you can use these webhooks to quickly update, enrich, find more and better contacts. So that's it for this video. Hope you found some value in it. If you are a B2B business and you're looking for a consistent channel that will bring you qualified leads on autopilot by going out to your ideal fit customer, attracting them and getting them into your pipeline, qualified leads on repeat, book a call at levergrowth.io. I'll hop on the call with you. We'll talk a little bit about your situation and what you're looking for. If there's a fit, we'll talk next steps and how to actually get started. But otherwise, everybody else, hope you got some value in it. I'll chat with you in the next video. Peace.